So recently I made a video about World of Warcraft and how I stopped playing that game and other MMOs, and one of the reasons why was I wanted to play more single player games. One of those single player games that I've been playing recently is Stalker. I picked up Stalker over Thanksgiving because after Thanksgiving it's not much to do besides sit around and talk to your family. And while that's very nice, you know what else is fun? Unaliving mutants, unaliving NPCs throughout the world, people that want to talk trash to me and my faction. I'm a newbie to the series, so it's my first time playing a Stalker game, but it's not my first time playing a game like this. In fact, this reminds me of some of the games of old. It's like a shooter RPG game. But the difference between this shooter RPG and other shooter RPGs is that there's no skill tree. Just like in Half-Life 2, there's no real skill tree. And what you can do is upgrade your equipment and your weapons, but you're not necessarily upgrading yourself through a skill tree. That's a way that I think this is unlike most other shooter RPGs. I played Dead Space recently. Dead Space 2, actually. I never played Dead Space 1. And in that, there's like different upgrades that you can do. And in this game, it's more about what you find. Basically, I want to give my first impressions on the game. I've only got 6 hours in the game, and that 6 hours is enough for me to make a YouTube video, apparently, because that's what I'm doing right now. I want to say this: I like the game. There are some things about it that I don't like, but I get over it, and I think that I may like it in the end. The game apparently had issues when it came out. For some other players, there were crashes. I experienced one crash. It runs pretty well. I have a 3070 on my laptop. That's what I was playing on when I went home for Thanksgiving. I have a 3070 and an MSI laptop. I forgot to bring my keyboard, so I'm touching a laptop keyboard and it's like playing a piano in lava. My fingertips are singed off because my laptop gets so hot. But that's fine. If I have to commit any crimes in the future, no fingerprints. So again, with the 3070, the graphics are I'm playing at high settings on the 3070, and that's a pretty good graphics card, but I have a 4070 in my desktop. And I thought that this game would be a challenge for my laptop, but it wasn't a challenge at all. It ran pretty good. I didn't check my FPS, but it felt above 60, and the laptop is a 1080p screen, so I'm not sure how it'll do in 4K on my 4070. I'm going to test that out later tonight when I get back to the game after I'm making this video. Let's talk about the game's mechanics. The game's mechanics have some similarities if you ever played Fallout 4 survival mode. But the only real similarity is the hunger, because in Fallout 4 survival mode, you have thirst, you have sleep. In this game, in the 6 hours that I've played, I haven't really had to sleep. I've slept once just to recover my health for free. But really, you just get hungry and you get radiation poison. That's why I'm comparing it to Fallout 4, because you also get radiation poison in that. I wouldn't say it's too similar to Fallout 4, other than that there's dialogue options. The dialogue options aren't too detailed. So you have 4 dialogue options. It's not as detailed as a Fallout New Vegas, but about as detailed as a Fallout 4. And the story seems pretty good so far in the 6 hours that I put in it. And what Game Pass is telling me is that you could beat the game in about 35 hours if you're not going through doing everything. So it'll probably take me longer, because I'm the type of person that likes to explore in games. I like to look in every nook and cranny. I should probably stop doing that, and then I could probably finish games quicker. And I should just like go through with the story. But I love doing side missions. I love doing what I like to do when I play a game. I like to do a side mission, then a main quest, a side mission, then a main quest. I started doing that after I played Fallout 4 for the first time. Because when I played Fallout 4 the first time, I just went off and did everything else besides the main quest. And then after a while, I kind of got bored with the game and I just put it down and never beat the game until like a year later. So what I do now is I'll do a side quest and a main quest, side quest and a main quest. And then when you get to a point of no return, then I'll just do as many side quests as I can until I'm bored. And then I'll finish the game. That's the way that I play games these days. So I've died many times in the game so far. There's a death counter in the game. When you die, you see like a little number pop up, and that's how many times you died. I've died a lot of times, less than 20, but I died because I didn't really know a lot of the mechanics, and the people on my laptop are so small. Like my laptop screen is like this big, and I'm trying to shoot the people, shoot the NPCs. YouTube, so don't ban this video. I meant NPCs, not actual people. So I'm trying to shoot the NPCs, and they're like little tiny people because of my laptop screen. But it is fun. The gunplay is pretty fun. The gunplay to me was a little clunky at first. I had to turn up my sensitivity. I'm playing on mouse and PC. I heard that some people had issues with controller. I couldn't even get my controller to connect to it, and I'm playing on Game Pass. So I couldn't get my Xbox controller to connect to it or my PlayStation 5 controller, which is what I like to play with mostly. Couldn't get either of them to connect. That's why I had to burn my fingertips on my laptop keyboard. But I kept playing because the game was so good. But the shooting was a little clunky to me, guys. Don't kill me over that. To me, it was a little clunky. It felt like if you mixed a Resident Evil with a Fallout 4 without vets. That's what the shooting feels like to me. It's like an in-between of Fallout 4, Resident Evil with no vets, because it's kind of clunky. You don't reload that fast. Maybe there's artifacts that you can get to help you reload, but once I turned up my sensitivity, the shooting felt a lot better. So if anybody out there thinks the shooting feels clunky and they're new to a Stalker game like me, turn your sensitivity up a little bit and it'll be more enjoyable. So I kind of like the gunplay now. So to me, the stealth is a little wonky. There was a guy in a building downstairs. I went into the building, I knifed the guy, and somehow his friends upstairs heard him. I don't know how they heard him. They're all the way upstairs playing a guitar. I knife one guy and somehow they hear him, and I'm trying to do stealth. So that one guy passing away. I'm trying to not use words that YouTube bans. So that one guy passing away, going to meet his maker, being unalived, no longer existing, funeral services planned. I'm trying to use every other word besides the K word, because apparently YouTube doesn't like it. I read that somewhere. So once I planned this guy's funeral, and once I made sure that he would need to be attending a funeral as a corpse, not a person anymore, his friends upstairs heard me. They come downstairs and they just start blasting at me, which was pretty rude, because how did you know that I was the guy that took your mans out? There was no way to know. So anyway, what I save scuff. I do that sometimes. So what I did, I went upstairs. There was 3 guys sitting around shooting the shit with each other, and I thought, hey, how about I just slowly toss a grenade in there? That's one good thing I like about this game. You don't have to throw the grenades hard. You could just toss them slowly. It makes it kind of more realistic. You know, you're not just baseball chucking a grenade, just roll it in there like they do in the movies sometimes. So I rolled it in there, took his team out. And then I went downstairs and then took care of my old boy that needed to attend his own funeral. So I really like that part of the game. The innovative ways that I can send people underground, the innovative ways that I can put people in the dirt. I like the world building. There's technicians, and these are guys that fix weapons and sell weapons, do stuff with artifacts. There's artifacts in the game, and what the artifacts are like a little, I guess like a skill gem in an ARPG, but you only have one of them. You could slot them, or maybe you have more, because I saw 4 slots but I don't have them unlocked yet. So I put this little artifact on me, but the artifacts that I found so far are like bullshit. So there's one artifact that I found which decreases blood loss, but it gives you radiation poisoning. Like it slowly ticks up your radiation. So I was like, I don't need to use that. You can get rid of radiation by drinking vodka. It's Chernobyl, and that's real life. Like in Chernobyl, when that happened, when the disaster happened, people was drinking vodka, cured radiation poisoning. At least that's what I heard. That's not a real story. So these are my first impressions of the game, of Stalker 2. I'm going to continue playing the game. I like it. Maybe I'll make another video about it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just finish it and keep it to myself. But do you like Stalker 2? Do you like shooters? What are your favorite shooters? What's your favorite shooter slash RPG? Is this it? For me, my favorite shooter RPG style game is Cyberpunk 2077. This game's not going for that. It's like more simple, but I like that, you know. I don't need to drive a car or ride a horse like Red Dead Redemption. I could walk around. I have legs. I have video game legs. I can walk around. I don't need a carriage. Like I said, I only played 6 hours of the game. Let me know if you enjoy the game. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this here dear video. I would like to have some more subscribers if you would like to subscribe. But anyway, check this video out here. There's going to be a box that pops up, and this box contains another video that you can watch. Thank you. If this video gets 100,000 likes, I'll be like, thank you very much.